What's up, guys? My name's TB, and today's going to be another I'm You video. And it's something I want to talk about because a lot of things have been happening recently with this topic, and it's actually spurred something in me to actually give my 2 cents about it. I'm not going to go deep into what, started this, idea in my head for me to talk about this. But, like I always say, I always have a list of things that I want to talk about. I pick it if I'm feeling it, and then I'll talk about it. I'm not a professional, I don't have a PhD or anything like that. This is just my personal opinion and what I think about this particular issue. And today we're going to be talking about criticism. Now, recently there's been this really big YouTuber. If you guys are on YouTube, on Twitter, you guys know who he is and what's going on. But everyone's got something to say. I feel like when people have something to say, whether it's true, whether it's not true, whether it's positive or negative, there's always going to be criticism. But there's some people out there who are trying to shut them up, hey, you can't say whatever it is you want to say. You can't make a video, you can't make a post, you can't do anything. And before we start, there's 2 definitions to criticism, alright? First one, the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on the perceived faults or mistakes. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about number 2. The analysis and judgment of the merits and faults of a literary or artistic work. Now, for the most part, here on YouTube, I would say that we are content creators, right? That we have artistic works, right? That means that we're always going to have opinions on something. When I do an anime review, when I do a game review, when I do something like that where I talk about my opinions, it's what I think, what I feel, right? So, obviously, at some point, someone's going to come along and criticize it, right? Whether they agree with it or disagree with it doesn't really matter. Is that they're interacting with, I think, the content that I make, and they're criticizing it. And I think that's 100% okay, as long as you go about it in the right way. The second one, unbiased. You're saying this is good or this is bad. Here's why not. Recently, there's been a lot of people even on Twitch, because I stream on Twitch too, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, saying, hey, I don't like what you said. You can't say that. It's like you're basically saying that you don't want criticism. You want to put your thoughts and ideas out there, but you don't want anyone to comment on them. You don't want anyone to say anything about it. It's like, who do you think that you are? Like, you're so beyond reproach that no one can even say what they think or what they feel anymore. I realize this is the internet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's asking a lot. But when I make a video, when I live stream, when I do anything, I expect someone at some point to say what they think about it. I feel like that's the whole point sometimes of even making anything. You want to share, what you love, what you do, how your thoughts on it with other people. And if they don't tell you what they think, if they don't give you any feedback, then it's kind of like, it doesn't feel as good, you know what I mean? It almost doesn't seem worth it. Sometimes, I make things just to make things, but other times I make things for other people because I want to interact with them and see what they think as well. So basically, I have a couple points when it comes to criticism. If you're trying to avoid criticism and you're a content creator, stop. Stop. I realize I am not perfect, and like I said, I'm not a professional. I've only been doing this for a couple months, but still, man, people are gonna come. They're going to come, and when they come, just, take what they say with a grain of salt, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. I realize on the internet, we tend to focus more on what people say that is negative and not positive. But if someone's providing you with constructive criticism, they're trying to actually help you, they're actually saying something that can make you a better person, help you make better content, help you make better decisions, then maybe you should listen to it. I don't think there should ever be a point where we were like, no, you can't say this, no, you can't do this, no, you can't make a video on this. Now, with this particular YouTuber that I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about, again, I'm not going to say the name because this video isn't about him. This just sparked this conversation about criticism in me. People were saying that if you don't fully understand the situation, just keep your mouth shut. And I understand that. You're like, don't make a video about something, no matter what it is, if you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, because you're trying to get ad revenue or some sort of monetary gain. And you know what? I get that. I really do. But at the same time, we need to be careful about when and how we tell people that they just they just can't say something, or they just can't do something, or they're literally like a trash person just because they wanted to talk about something that not everybody feels like they should talk about, or maybe it's a hard topic to talk about, or like a hot topic, hot button issue, something like that. Let people do what they want to do, man. And if you don't like their content, just don't watch it. And if you like their content but you don't particularly like a video and you want to provide criticism, go ahead and do it. I feel like people who are mature are able to take that criticism and see it for what it is, and become better through it. There's always going to be people who hate on you just for the simple fact that you exist and you make content, in the internet space, no matter what it is. Me in particular, most of my content revolves around anime and gaming and music and artistic stuff. But these sort of videos has always been meant to appeal to the people who don't necessarily live in that realm, because I don't always live in there too. Like, I'm not always gaming, I'm not always watching anime, you know what I'm saying? I'm not always listening to music. Those are the things that I do for fun, and that reflects in the content that I make. But like, life is real, man. And this is why these OnView videos exist in the first place. So I'm happy to make this, happy to talk about this issue. And the one other thing that I would say is that there's a difference between criticism, negative feedback, positive feedback, and being constructive. Obviously, the worst out of all of these would probably be negative feedback. If someone criticizes you and all they give is negative stuff, it's hard to see what they're really talking about. It seems like all they're doing is bashing you. And if someone is, giving you feedback, giving you criticism that is only positive, because criticism can be positive, if you remember that second definition of it, it can be positive, then it feels like all they're doing is hyping you up. And it's good to have someone who's able to hype you up, but at the same time, it's good to have someone who's able to be objective, to be realistic, to give you the good and the bad, and it'll be constructive. I feel like there's a difference. There's a difference, definitely between negative, positive, and constructive, which is probably what I just said. Someone to give you the good and the bad, let you know what's going on, give you the truth. Let me know what you guys think about criticism. We're not here to talk about anyone specific, like I said. What, situations, what has happened in your life where you feel like you've dealt with criticism very well, or maybe you handle it poorly, recently, or maybe a long time ago. I have plenty of situations where I feel like I was able to give feedback that would actually help the person, and there's times when people have given me feedback and I'm just like, nah, this ain't it, chief. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. That's it for me for now. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.